Hey, 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 everybody. It's Allorah, and this is STW. If this is the first time that you are watching, welcome to the STW tribe. Tonight we have an awesome episode lined up for you. Avalon is MIA, but if I know her and she's available at any point, she will jump in this stream and surprise the crap out of us, just like last time. And yeah, so well, we had Terrabro Goat, and he has fallen off the stream, but oh, there he is. All right. I was like, are you leaving me? But anyways, so tonight we have Sammy Menzo, who is awesome. She started out in astrology, but she also reads tarot and oracle and does all things juju. We are going to start our show with the news section after I introduce to you Chase Two Owls, Terrabro Goat, and Sammy. Say hi. Okay, and
Hi.
Sammy, you go ahead and you tell us all of your new awesome stuff.
Well, hi everybody. I'm Sammy. I don't really have a whole bunch of new stuff to talk about, but I just want to start off by saying thank you to you guys for allowing me to come on this stream. I am so excited. I'm really excited. I actually want to plug something kind of fun and cute, and it's my mom's Etsy shop. So if you guys are here, you're going to love this Etsy shop because they make hand-carved fairy and gnome doors, and they make hand-carved wands, and they make really pretty jewelry like these ear laces, and they carve like owls, and they carve faces. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, please go check out my mom's Etsy shop, and you can search it by going to Etsy and clicking Daroc Studios, and it's spelled D-A-R-O-C Studios. And it'll come up. You'll see a bunch of cute little wood carved things. And I'm doing this as a surprise. And I think my mom's in the chat right now. So I just wanted to be cute and support her. I also have an Etsy shop. It has gone under some renovation recently though. So I've taken down a lot of the trinky stuff that I used to have up there, and I'm trying to integrate readings in there. So if you guys would like a reading from me, you can go to my Etsy shop. It's Cloud9 Studios. Or you can search probably Samantha Menzo. It's all over my social media links. But if you want a reading from me, just go ahead and message me because I'm still working on getting the listings correct. I would love to read for you, but I'm still working on the layout of it. So that's all that I have to share. You guys go ahead.
All right, Chase, what you got?
Hello, everyone. I also want to send out my welcome to everybody that is here. And I know that Allorah already said it, but I cut out, so I'm going to say it too because I feel like I need to. If you're new, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I'm going to send you a nice, big, warm, digitally hug. And if you are an STW veteran, thank you also for being here. I don't have a whole lot of news, but the stuff that I do want to share. So as we all know this far in, so I wanted to give a little update about my project that is still to be named. We almost have a full staff, and I'm so excited that everything is coming together so fast and so easily. Like this has been not to say that it's been, there's not been work put in, because it's been a lot of work. It has been a lot of late nights getting, the website up, and yeah, Allorah says yes, because I roped her in and pulled her, and I was like, help me, I need help. So she's been helping me, but it's coming together so nicely. The website looks so good, and I can't wait for it to go live. We're still looking at a launch date for this education platform about October, November. I'm hoping to be October. The noises. Okay, so that is it for like my personal news. I did want to bring attention to. Can I talk? What is it? Why does it when I go live I just can't talk anymore? Like what happens? I don't understand. I don't get it. What I wanted to bring to your attention today were some decks that already came out that I lost track of, and because I've been so busy dealing with my own stuff that I totally forgot that this deck came out in May. It came out in May, and it's an Oracle deck. It is the and I hope that I say this right, the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle. came out in May. If you have not checked it out, please do. The art is amazing. The artist is also amazing. Has a lot of really good art out there. And the second deck that I wanted to bring up that is coming out in September is the Angelarium Oracle. Go out. The best pictures you can get out there are actually on Amazon. So go out to Amazon and look at all the pictures. It is just like the most ridiculously stunning art that you've ever seen on an Oracle deck. And that's all I have. On to you.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna bring it home today on the news section. So first I want to say a big, huge thank you to Jennifer Ball. She has lovingly volunteered to be the official moderator for STW Chats. So if you see her in the chat and she has that little wrench by her name, that's why. She's just going to keep things flowing and make sure that we see what we need to see, because our chats have been getting like super crazy like we are, and we just can't keep up and keep the conversation going. So thank you so much, Jennifer, for that. So in the way of new decks, what I have for you today is the Numinous Tarot, which this deck, okay, so the artwork in this deck is interesting and it's amazing. But I want to tell you the story of this deck because it launched on Kickstarter on July 8th with a goal. It surpassed its goal by today. Like it's over its goal. So I mean, it's definitely getting printed. But I would encourage you guys, it's open till August 8th. It's open for 30 days. And I would encourage you guys to continue to support this deck, because when a project goes over its over its goal, that's when the author artist can really throw in extra things, do extra cards, make a bigger book, things like that, and toss some more stuff in there. So the Numinous Tarot, that's one of them. It's on Kickstarter. And then the other tarot deck that released recently, I don't know the date, I tried to find it, but is the Bad Bitches Tarot. That one is Ethanese. It is on her website. It's $45. And the tagline to that deck is spirituality meets sass, which is totally me, because I'm like, you know, the way she describes that deck is you're sitting down with your girlfriends and they're handing it to you straight. So yeah, I'm really excited about that deck too. And I think that is all I have in the way of news. So now we get to do the awesome fun part where we grill Sammy. Just kidding. Okay, so Sammy, I wanted to start off and just have you tell everybody your background in spirituality.
You guys got 4,000 hours. I do not know how to summarize anything. Okay. I guess I'll start off by saying, if you guys want a more in-depth like story of how I got to where I am and, you know, how I started on my journey, like a more in-depth, you can go to my channel and just search Samantha Menzo, because I've done my spiritual journey video, which is super long and it goes into depth, and I've done a couple other videos that kind of get deeper on this. But basically, I never really had a serious thirst for spirituality. I was always curious about everything. I have notebooks about reading different religions or studying different things, but I never really felt the spiritual bug bite me until later. And I think it really all started when my grandfather got very sick. And it was a very slow process. It happened kind of over a 2-year span, and we all knew what was happening. And I used to go over his house, and he would let me kind of interview him and ask him questions, and I would videotape them. And my grandpa and I have always been extremely connected. He had a dream about me before I was born, and I felt like my spirit had come to him and met him. And then towards the end of his life's journey and transitioning into his next journey, I was actually present for his passing. So we knew it was going to happen. We kind of set up his passing, if that, you know, puts it lightly, and I don't offend anybody. So we were all there, and my family was in the room, and instead of it being this grief and this loss, it was this celebration, and he was really struggling to let go, and something came over me where I just felt as though I needed to guide him into the next phase of his soul's journey. And I just started to talk to him, and I just told him to, it's okay. We're giving you our energy. We're giving you our love. We're sending you over. And that experience was like my whole world shifted, because I felt my grandpa's soul in his body, and then I felt it not there anymore. And I still get really like choked up talking about this, but it was a really like, it was, you know how Avalon was talking the other day about your what did she call it? Your initiation. Exactly, my initiation was being there and having that experience. And after it happened, we all hugged and laughed and rejoiced. Nobody cried. It was like the most beautiful experience. And that's really what started me on my journey. And through that, my grandma has, I told you I can't summarize anything. I'm really sorry. But my grandma has taught astrology and tarot for almost her whole life, or her whole adult life, I should say. And so when my grandpa passed, I wanted to spend more time with her. So I started going over there once a week, and she just somehow started teaching me astrology. And then it became like serious. Like I had my notebook, I had my books, like it was like going to class. And we would drink tea, we would talk spirit, we would talk energy and the planets and cards. And my grandma's like my best friend now, and it's totally changed everything. So that's like as much as I can summarize it. I had a very powerful experience with a passing of my grandpa, and it just shifted my whole belief system.
Gotcha. So the next question I have for you is, when we were setting up this episode, you were talking about how you use astrology and tarot and oracle and divination tools to access higher consciousness and really talk to spirit and bring in things that aren't necessarily connected to cards or astrological signs. So it's more like once you lay out cards, or once you begin an astrological reading, you start getting messages from spirit in the form of empathic feelings or clairsentience or clairvoyance, or, you know, all of those things. So how have you used those tools to get those messages, and what advice would you give someone who wants to read intuitively in that manner, and just has not bridged that gap yet?
That's a really awesome question. Okay, so I guess I'm still kind of working it out for myself, to be honest with you. All I can tell you is that it's all about being self-aware to me. And instead of thinking, oh my gosh, is Avalon here?
Ah! I don't know if where is she at?
You just are all about dramatic entrances. This is like your thing now. She did it once, and now she's like, I'm gonna do that every time.
I don't know where her camera's not on. There you are.
I've got to say, I apologize. I was just on a live chat with the artist for my Bonestone and Earthflesh tarot deck, and we're just trying to faff our way through all of the intricacies of listing a tarot deck, which I've got to tell you I've never had to do before. And I can tell this story because it's specifically related to tarot, but I've never had to do this before. And the postage and handling situation for international countries is the hardest thing I have had to do all year. So I need brains. I need extra brains. I actually need a team of people with computers sitting in a matrix around the table, just like going for it. But anyways, enough about me and my ordeals and my dramatic entrances. Huzzah! I'm really digging it at the moment. Again, sorry I'm late. Hi, Sammy. I know that it's all about you, but I just managed to make it all about me for microseconds.
Oh, you are so fine. Like, we just wanted you here. I was so bummed. I was like, oh man, come on. No, but I'm glad that you're here. You take care of what you need to take care of, because this is just a chill, fun chat. And yeah, I'm just excited to hang out with you guys publicly.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to publicly hang out with you guys. So yeah, okay. I guess to answer your question, Allorah, she asked me about kind of intuitive reading and getting messages from spirit and all that juicy good stuff. For me, giving advice is really just about being self-aware in like the most grounded way. I have this old knowledge where to get messages from spirit or to connect with my intuition, that I need to vibrate at like a super high frequency. Like I need to be like way up here. And I have found that actually the more grounded and the more level and the more calm that I become, the easier it is for me to tap into the things that are signs from spirit. For instance, just asking for a way to communicate is a great way to start the ball rolling. And 9 times out of 10, it comes in a way that you are not expecting. So maybe a year ago, I was asking for a specific way or sign to know that it's a good time to communicate with spirit or my spirit guides. And all of a sudden, my body started twitching. And I thought, oh, that's weird. You know, and then it wouldn't stop twitching. Like my arm would twitch really bad. And I, you know, in my mind, I started to kind of doubt it or downplay it or whatever. And then like the next day I said, you know, give me a sign. I would really love a tool or a way to know that I'm open and I'm, you know, grounded and I can communicate with you. And another part of my body started twitching. And so it's just about being self-aware and feeling the hits that are coming, even if they're so weird and obscure and like random. But if you ask for the universe or spirit or energy or animals or however you like to jive with it, however you like to use the words, you will get messages, and you have to be really open to whatever that is going to be, because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to come in the way that you would think that it would come. So yeah, I guess that's really the only thing I can say. Is just be open and aware to like how you feel. What are you seeing? What are you thinking? The random things that happen, if you're driving and you all of a sudden are just like randomly thinking about a memory that you haven't thought about in years from your childhood, that is not a coincidence. There is always something to be learned and to be thought about why those things are happening to you. And once you start to do that in your daily life, it's so much easier to carry that over into your practice. Yeah. I could go on and on and on and on about this, but yeah.
She's a Gemini, folks. Gemini. Talks a lot. All right. Do you guys have some questions? Because I can keep going, but I don't want to like hog the mic here.
I feel like I don't deserve the right to talk because I've already used up all my rights with my dramatic entrance, and I'm way behind. So I'm just going to I'm going to do what we discussed yesterday and just get the girls out and just sit here and look really pretty. Is this good for me? Is this a good?
Oh my God.
Inside jokes, y'all. In like way inside jokes right now.
So inside tacos. It's all I gotta say. Okay, so Sammy. So the next thing that I want to ask you is, so with astrology specifically, so when we talk about tarot and oracle and getting message from spirit off of cards like that, I'm totally jiving with. I get that. But when you're talking about getting messages from spirit regarding somebody's astrological stuff, like how do you do that? How does that work? Like what kind of things are you talking about when you look at somebody's natal chart and then you start getting messages based on that?
That that's a hard question to like explain that. I don't it really works in the same way. I think it just has to do with like, okay, so you have your basic knowledge of what the cards mean, or you might be working with an oracle deck that has a keyword on it, and you would know, you know, your basic knowledge of what that means. So when I'm looking at a tarot chart, or even when someone's talking to me about their general sun, moon, and rising, I know the general energies of those signs. But while I'm thinking of somebody like you, who's a double Virgo with a Pisces moon, I start thinking about those energies playing together, and then, you know, my body will react, or I will just see something really random. It's really hard to explain that. I don't know. It works the same way as tarot. I think like just the practice of knowing like the energies of the chart and where, you know, how they play together, gives you the ground rule, yeah, it just gives you the basics to kind of go where you need to with it.
And I just want to tell people, if you have not seen Sammy's unboxings and first impression videos, they're like an hour long, but
really bad.
But I do love them, because what we're talking about right now is exactly what she does in these videos. She will open the box and she will just start going. Like, she'll look at the cards and just start getting things off these cards that it's not even, you know, you look at the card and you're like, how the hell did you end up there? Like, where did you just go?
I think in one of them I started talking about like Miley Cyrus and Katy Perry and like a made up scenario that I saw in my head, and like I had to talk. It's just, they're getting ridiculous. Like, I need to trim them down. The last one I posted was over an hour, but I have so much fun, and like that, I would do that even if I wasn't recording it. Like, that would be my ritual for getting a new deck. So I'm just recording it and hoping someone's going to get something out of it. But they're getting a little long. They're getting a little ridiculous.
And I know that your clairsentience is one of your strongest abilities, because we've talked about this. So when you're going to or shopping for a new deck of cards, are you somebody that has to go to like a meta shop and like touch it and test it out and see what the energy is like before you buy it? Or do you just, you know, Amazon wishlist it?
You know, I'd like to say that I was like hippy dippy enough to be like, oh no, I need to just like feel the card's energy. Like, I would love to say that, but it's part of that. Like, to buy a deck, I just have to feel like I could jive with it. And then if I get it, I'll know if I do or I don't. Because I've bought a couple decks, or I've gotten a couple decks where I was really excited, and then I'm working with it and I still get use out of it, but I don't feel that like bond, or at least I haven't. I might, you know, in the future, but maybe now is not my time to work with them. But it's funny because the only times that I have like physically gone in and like felt out the decks was like before I really used tarot, and the decks that I picked out were very like the Handle Tarot was my first tarot deck that I picked for myself, and I opened it up and I loved it, and I felt so connected to the cards and I loved them. But I still can't read with that damn deck. That deck is hard. It is really hard. You got to really be in a good place to read, and it's a pip deck, so it's difficult for me to read with the pip deck still. So no, I just Amazon wishlist that shit. It's good.
Nice. So do you prefer tarot, oracle, or astrology more? Or do you have a preference?
No, what? Oh, no, I can't do that to me. I really thought about it for a second. Did you see me? I was like, okay, wait, I'll pick one. No, I don't know. It really depends. I don't know. I think I'm a Gemini. It depends on what friggin' day it is. Or hour. It depends on what hour it is, really.
Okay.
What day do you, oh, sorry, yep.
Nope. Oh, wait. Where are you going? No, if you have something to say, please speak, because I feel like I'm the only one talking here.
You're doing such a good job though. Like we're just sitting back and just like the flow is going so well. I'm like, I forget that I'm part of the show. Like I feel like I'm just in the crowd right now, just watching because you're doing such a
Just being pretty.
yeah.
Just
Sitting back and flex every now and then. Just hit him with the pow pow. It's fine. That's not an inside joke from yesterday. It had to be there. But like what? Okay, what was it? What was I don't even remember why I took myself off mute. Yes, I do. Okay, so what deck do you feel like brings out your intuition best? Like what genre or type, or is there one that works over another?
Yeah, that's super. Pretty much the decks that I have out right now. I've always been really connected to Alice in Wonderland. It's kind of like weaved through everything I've done in my life as far as art or like novels or movies that I've been interested in. And so the Nicoletta Ciccoli Tarot was my first tarot deck and if you guys don't know this, I'll just show a couple cards. But the Nicoletta Ciccoli, that's like the perfect Alice in Wonderland card too. This was the first deck, and it's kind of actually a little obscure as far as like Rider Waite goes. Like there's some cards in here that are super, like they make sense for the imagery, and like the Empress card, I really struggled with that one, and now I love it when I use it. But this kind of imagery where it's very whimsical, very wonderlandy, very like almost like hovers in between the spirit and the earth and the fantasy realm. This just, my intuition just explodes with these decks. And then the other one I would have to say is anything Celtic. So the Good Tarot has some flaws, I feel like, as far as, not flaws, I wouldn't say flaws. I get stuck sometimes with like the way that I read it, in the way that I communicate with the cards, and the way that I do my readings. It's hard for me to get some of the cards, but the imagery on these decks, the way that the layering of these images are, and the way that the different suits are displayed are just, they're just top notch. Like the water is so water, and the earth is so earth to me. And I feel the suits and I feel the cards when I get to them. But like the Tower card for me is really beautiful, and it's a beautiful just like building. So I'm learning how to use this deck.
Oh, stop. I'm gonna stop you right there because
okay.
I want to rewind that.
Preach it. Preach it.
Okay.
It's the good oracle. It's the good oracle.
Okay, yes, because, okay, so let's talk about that Tower card.
I would love to. I'll find it too. So you guys go ahead and go.
Okay, so I want you to like get that card out because so everybody can see. But so when I saw that card, I was like, what? Like I was like, huh? Like how does this even? I don't understand. And I feel like I guess my question is, off of that Tower card that's in that deck, can you feel the Tower? Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense, what I'm saying to you?
Of course it does, and that's why I brought it up, because when I say that this deck is flawed, I really don't mean anything bad towards Colette Baron-Reid, and I don't mean anything bad against the artist. Just for me and the way that I'm reading them, I had some difficulties with some of the depictions of them. And I can't find the Tower, but the Tower card, it's funny because I do get messages, but they're really unique, and it comes in like the weirdest way, and it takes me an extra second on those few cards in here to kind of like go, oh, okay, this is where we're going with this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be okay, finally I found it. So this is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron-Reid, and this is the Tower card. And typically a Tower card is, I don't know if you guys could pull out a Tower card. For any of you who don't know, I mean, and who aren't like familiar with the Tower card or tarot, but this is a very beautiful looking building or castle, just very peaceful. It looks like this could be a getaway home, somewhere you'd like to go on vacation. And the Tower card is typically depicted as like a building with like lightning and like people falling out of it. And it's really about major change or disruption or rebirth, or it's not this like beautiful little building here. That's not to say I can't read with this card. It's just the messages that come from it are really different. So I don't know. I feel like I'm glad we brought this deck up because this is actually one of my main working decks, and I'm shocked. I'm really shocked by that.
Yeah, we here at SCW, we have nothing against Colette Baron-Reid, but the Good Tarot, we have such a difficult time connecting with it because it really does, it feels to us like, and I'm saying us, I think I can speak for all of us when I say these words, that we feel like it is, what am I trying to say? Like the meaning of tarot got lost a little bit, and that's nothing against the art, nothing against art. Yeah, we feel very much like it's a hug in a deck oracle deck. You know, and you know, we feel like again, this is nothing against, you know, I'm not speaking negatively, but there is no negativity in this deck, and that's not like, for me, to how I read with my clients and how we read with our clients. Like, not everything can be bubblegum and candy raindrops all day. You know, there's going to be issues that happen and things that come across, you know, that need to be talked about in tarot that, you know, that aren't pretty and aren't fun.
Right, and this is why I was asking Sammy too, like, even though that tower is not falling down, does she still get similar messages around the rebuilding and the restructuring, even though that image doesn't necessarily convey that?
It's funny. I look, I don't think that any deck that seeks to diminish the arcana is going to have the full breadth, the oomph necessary to deliver a completely balanced reading that's both positive and negative. And I truly believe that tarot is the full spectrum of human experience. And if you try to soften any of the cards, then you're taking objectivity away and replacing it with delusion. And this is where I come to with the Good Tarot, is that just as the artist can create a beautiful kind of Victorian castle out of the tarot card with no malice or intention behind it whatsoever, completely non-reflective of traditional tarot imagery, of which I'll hold up 2 cards here. Traditional tarot imagery, the storm, the wild hunt. So we've got a lot of chaos, a lot of activity, a lot of change, the restructuring of, you know, solid edifices, and the crumbling of you know, of realizations, full stop, right? Just as so she hasn't mirrored that in her deck, just as she hasn't mirrored that in her deck, so too can I look at the Good Tarot, and in her title where she has chosen to use the word tarot, I too can refuse to accept that deck as a tarot deck and see it instead as an oracle deck. I don't think that that's being offensive. That's simply doing exactly what the artist has done in choosing to avoid you know, the chaos and the darkness that is part of the tarot, and create something else. And so she has walked an imaginary line. She's brought through much more whimsy than that one would have naturally done. I'm choosing my words very carefully here. And she's gone a completely different way with it. But I will say this: for every deck created, there is a person that will fall in love with that deck. That deck is right for that person. And I truly believe that if you're a person that has suffered a great deal of loss and violence and trauma, and, you know, you've had a really shitty life, then the Good Tarot might be just what you need as a warm hug, because you might not want to be triggered by any of those confronting imageries within that particular deck. And so I'll say it, there's a deck out there for everyone. The Good Tarot might be for some, it might not be for others. It's certainly not for me. I do own it. I think it's beautiful, but it's not a tarot, it's an oracle. Final statements.
Very well said. Seriously, very well said. But you know, what's weird about the Good Tarot, and which is why I am shocked that it's become one of my main working decks, and I agree with you on the Oracle there, because there's a lot of cards that come out, and I know what the traditional meaning is supposed to be, and I head in a completely different direction with it. So, you know, what you're saying about the Tower card, sometimes it does take me in the direction of a typical Tower deck, but it's not. I will say that I get some of the most shadowy readings with the good tarot. For some reason, I don't know what it is, whether my spirit guides or I have no idea. And some of my deeper decks that I really thought would like pull up these deep, dark, shadowy topics, I don't know what it is. When I read with this deck, sometimes I get the hard stuff. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I also wanted to bring up that the Nicoletta Ciccoli deck seems a little heavier on the shadowy side. And this is one of the cards that I really struggled with. I mentioned this briefly earlier. This is the Empress card. And to me, this is like so, like this isn't like a Venus energy or like an Empress energy. This is like a Gemini energy, like the curiosity and like the wanting to communicate in a different way. There's nothing really about this card except for the fact that she's sitting on the earth, but the earth looks dead. It doesn't look fertile. It doesn't look like it doesn't scream the Empress to me right off the bat. But when this card does come up in the positions of the spread, it's the way that I can see the imagery, it still works for me. So I don't know, you guys. I think you're right. Every tarot deck has a person, and I've been really shocked lately with which and why, what decks I'm being drawn to and what I'm using, but you know, it works. It's working.
That's it. That's it. I think that everyone has a personal, individual connection with a tarot deck. What works for me might not necessarily work for you, vice versa. And not every tarot deck can be judged on the cover. Take, for instance, and we know this, kids, take, for instance, the Sun and Moon Tarot. The innocent little Sun and Moon Tarot, who's like my mum. This deck, my mum. A kind of version of my mum. And who would have thought it? I just thought, oh, look, there's beautiful little Rastafarian whimsy artwork and everything's, you know, and it gives some hella good readings. It has become one of my top 10 favorite decks out of my entire collection. Top 10. It's up there with my top 10. My top 10 only consists of about 7, but it's up there. It's up there.
Learning how to count here on STW. Just saying.
There's room for more. There's room for more awesome decks. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, top 10. It would be an all-rounder. It and the Bonefire would like sit on the shelf together. They're not on the shelves, by the way. These decks deserve to breathe. They would sit there and go, I love you too. And they'll have a really great little cultivation of a romance or an intellectual relationship in which they would both exchange ideas about how they are just absolutely awesome decks. Just saying.
All right, so Chase, my man, do you have your book? Uh-oh. Did he drop off the stream again?
He's gone. He's gone skis.
He's like, I'm done with this. I don't want none of this.
What's up with his internet today? Anywho, so we wanted to play a little game with you, Miss Sammy. So when we had our little, so you guys don't know this, but Sammy and I hung out on the STW channel, just have like a little soul sister chat because we really connected. And we wanted to play a game with her tonight because she is a people watcher and she likes to go into public and watch how people behave and try to guess their sun sign. So she's clapping. So I know that Tara Bro has a list of celebrities that he's got on ready. And I also looked up some. Avalon, did you look up any or no?
That's a solid negative. I was completely useless.
I didn't think so. So yeah.
I'm going to go with the ones that I mentioned in our conversation, but I didn't look them up.
I am so excited right now. Like, my inner child is like, oh my God. Like, I am so geeking out. This is going to be, ooh, this is going to be good. This is going to be
Okay, so side note, Chase said that his power just completely shut off. So the gods were like, nope.
Yeah, that was for us dogging on that tower card. It was like, all right, we'll take your power out.
We'll strike the lightning.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so here we go. So the people that I got for you to guess, they are celebrities of the pagan universe.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. You ready?
Okay.
I think you guys in the audience are going to be shocked by some of these because I was, and you are Avalon. Because
I want to tell you too, though, that like, I'm guessing their sun sign. So this is going to be even more difficult because a lot of the times your sun sign, you don't really know until you get to know that person. So for celebrities, really what comes off a lot of the times is either their moon, but more so their rising, because it's their physical appearance and how they come off to people when they first meet them. So a lot of the times celebrities, you can guess their, oh, hey, I got a lot of feedback. Oh, hey, girl, hey. So I'm very curious as well if I can do very well at this, because I feel like I'm going to guess a lot more risings, or because I don't like actually know these people. So let's do it though. It's going to be fun.
all right. Okay, Chase, do you have your books handy?
What books?
Are you kidding me? Hello, celebrities.
I don't know if you knew this, but I wasn't here. I don't know what's going on right now.
Chase, Rosemary said Chase is back from his Chipotle run.
I wish. I am starving right now. I come straight home from work and I get right onto this, and I have time to eat like a banana. So the whole time I'm like, oh my God,
Rosemary is
oh my God,
right.
I'm so hungry.
It's true. Like he claims it's power out, but we know that behind him is like a full spread of tacos and like, you know, the lettuce and everything's there. And if he looks cranky at any point, it's because he's like, he can smell the salsa. He's just like, I haven't eaten.
Like, I'm so hungry. Give me the foods. No, I really don't. Like, my power just like went out, and then like the whole block did, and then it just came back on. It was the weirdest thing.
I mysteriously had time to eat my burrito bowl.
Then I came back and my mouth was full of food. It was the weirdest thing. I don't understand.
Yep.
Okay.
A poltergeist that feeds you. Legendary.
Best poltergeist.
My poltergeist doesn't move stuff around. It feeds me. It takes out the power, and it actually
like that's a way to compromise as like a human host. Be like, hey, can I possess you? Hey, can you feed me first? You'd be like, absolutely. I'd be like, oh, we're totally good then. Possess me whenever you want. Just feed me first. All I ask, feed me first.
Word. Okay, are we ready to start this game off, y'all, or what? Chase, go grab your list.
45% ready. 45.
I'm at about 42%.
Okay, well, just mute your mics and I'll go first, and then y'all can jump in. Okay, so you ready? All right, so first one, Rachel Pollack. You're muted.
I don't know. Oh God, no. Start with a different. I don't know.
You have to guess. That's the rules, man.
Oh, come on. I do not know. Come on.
Do I need to play the Jeopardy music or what?
Yeah, right?
I
literally have no idea. I really have no idea.
Take a shot in the dark. Avalon, what do you think it is? And don't say that you looked it up.
I know, I didn't look it up. I didn't actually. I was looking up my own ones that I'm going to ask, because I'm like, I told you I was only 45% ready. I've only got one name down. Okay, Rachel Pollack. Looking at her, well, every part of my body wants to say that she's a Taurus, but I actually think that that she might be something that's moderately more intellectual. She might be a Virgo.
Okay. What about you, Chase? You got a guess?
She's a Pisces, isn't she?
I was actually gonna go with Virgo as well.
Wrong.
Okay, if I know I'm chiming in here again, but like, see, this is so hard because this just peeves me because like I don't know them like on a so I would say because there's also the teaching aspect as well. So I'm gonna guess Sag.
She's a Leo. Leo.
Okay. So do we know the ascendant? Because the like, see, this game is gonna frustrate me.
This is fun.
I mean, I'm excited. It's gonna be fun, but like, yeah, no. Okay.
Okay, Chase, you got one? Really? Really? Jeez, Lord, help me. All right,
I'm working
Avalon.
on it.
Hang on.
Okay, I'll do the next one. Let Avalon look hers up. All right, here we go. You ready? Marie Laveau. All right, what do you think, Sammy?
I keep forgetting to mute my deck, so sorry about that. Oh gosh. Ooh, good one. So maybe I'm gonna guess Sag for this one too. Or like, yeah, I feel like maybe Sagittarius for this one. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna guess Sagittarius.
Okay, Chase, Avalon, got guesses?
I'm gonna say most definitely a fire sign. I mean, I'll just go Aries.
All right, Avalon.
I'm gonna go Virgo.
Avalon wins. She was a Virgo.
Nice.
Winner.
Awesome.
I'm gonna say Virgo for everything. Notice I'm just gonna go Virgo.
Just like a lot of the times you'll be correct. It's just that's awesome.
All right. Avalon, you can chime in whenever you're ready, but I'm just going to keep going until you are ready.
I'm ready. I've got one.
Okay.
Nostradamus.
Oh, good one.
I have his sun, his moon, and his ascendant. So whichever one you want to guess. That's why I was researching.
See that's good. Yeah, no, that's good. I'm actually gonna say Libra. I'm gonna say Libra, but I also would feel like a little bit of Pisces in there.
A little bit of Pisces. What about either one of you beautiful souls?
I think there's water in there for sure. I just don't know if it's Scorpio or Pisces.
I'm going with Pisces. I'm pretty confident.
Allorah, you were the closest. He is a Capricorn sun, a Scorpio moon, and an Aries ascendant.
Scorpio moon.
I mean, all right. Okay.
I would have never guessed Capricorn. I would have straight up said Scorpio. Hey.
No, I would have never guessed Capricorn. But again, like I've never met this person, so it's kind of hard to like. But at the same time, with what everything you would know that, yeah, that's. You guys are sneaky. Well, I was
thinking too, like with the Scorpios are the ones that are the secret keepers and the ones that really dig into the occult, like the water sign. That, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Pisces is very intuitive, but Scorpios are the more. I don't know how to put that. I know what I mean, but.
No, I know what you mean too. And it's also like you have to think of the time period too, because what was happening then is a very Scorpio thing, and it still is now for everything that he was about, but it's more like it was much more of a secret, like it was much more of a Scorpio energy for everything that he was about than it would be for today. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like the time period and what was acceptable and what was not,
Right. Yeah.
really plays a factor in that too. So yeah.
Chase,
Yeah,
do you still not have one? No.
I got one. Like I literally was like, I don't even have to think about this. Like I have a list in my brain. All right, so I don't know if you know anything about Queen Elizabeth or John D, but my question or my pagan whatever example for you to guess is John D himself. What do you think he was?
I do not, I'm not very good with that portion of history. I'm sorry. Like I would literally just be guessing a sign. So I will guess a sign. I will guess, I am going to guess Leo, but like that's the history part of that. I'm not so good with. Sorry.
What you guys got?
John D.
Don't you go looking it up.
Aquarius.
Mm.
Oh, he was yeah, I get who he is now. Let my psychic powers chime in. I'm not psychic, y'all. I just like playing. Pisces. There we go.
I ain't gotten a damn clue. I don't even know that. Like, I know nothing about this person at all except his name.
I'm gonna give you a hint. Who makes the best murderers?
Virgos.
Okay. No. Well.
Gemini's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. There was a list on Facebook of all the serial killers. I shit you not. All of them, like, it was a third of it was Virgo. And I was like, oh, damn.
Okay, I think Virgo energy is a good one to have because they're so meticulous to detail that they would not miss a thing. Like they would clean up all the evidence. But to have like the energy behind it to want to do that, like there's got to be some other energies in there. You know what I mean? Like I think
I am like crying over here because all I'm thinking in my head is welcome to STW, where we talk about tacos and I get away with murders. I mean, Jesus.
I will do whatever it takes for some tacos.
Just kidding. Nobody's murdering anybody. It's a joke. So.
Yeah.
All right, I've got one. Frida Kahlo.
oh, yes. Okay. Scorpio ascendant to me. But I feel like the arts and the love, like I feel there's Libra. I feel there's the arts, Libra or Pisces, but like her appearance is so, or Aquarius ascendant, because there's her appearance and what she, with her unibrow and everything, like it was so shocking and unique. Ooh, I just want to know. Tell me. Okay, wait, you guys guess.
Anyone else want to guess? Do you want to guess? Want to guess?
I have no clue who that is.
You know the artist with the unibrow.
Okay. That does not help me.
I'm gonna say something earthy. I mean, we'll go with the earthiest of earth is, so I'm gonna guess a Taurus.
Okay. Chase was the closest. She is a Cancer sun, a Taurus moon, and a Leo ascendant.
Okay, so Leo ascendant, I can get that. Yep. Okay.
Taurus moon, though. Who would have thunk it?
That's me. I got a Taurus moon for sure. I mean, that's something that, like, I don't know. That's an energy I feel like you'd have to kind of know somebody more, unless it was like their thing to express. I guess it is, because through her artwork, and she was very dedicated and like, I don't know. So you got me like, my gears are just like, it's like my mind is on overload
fabulous
now.
one.
Yeah,
She's a fabulous,
that was a good one.
Chase, have you got one? Have you got one?
I do.
Allorah's got that look.
I don't know. Yeah, oh yeah. I don't know if this counts, but because it's sort of magically, but not. But these are the ones that I happen to know off the top of my head because of this course that I'm taking. So, J.K. Rowling. I think it works.
I was waiting for somebody else to chime in, but I think I just like had a little mini like attack over here. I am such a Harry Potter fan. I am such like J.K. Rowling is my spirit like animal. No, oh good. She's okay, but there's things I know about her that makes me think and to disconnect the Harry Potter. She is well, maybe not now, but at one point she was the only billionaire turned millionaire because of how much money that she donated to charities. And she's very like, ooh, gosh. Because if you want to just like try and like come up with her sign by associating it with Harry Potter and how she created her story, like I feel like she's got some air sign, or I feel like I'm gonna guess Gemini, but I don't think I don't know. Chase is like, no, guess again. That's wrong. Okay, how about
this game? Because I'm like, no.
I know, no. I feel like I've guessed Libra for all of them, but I am gonna guess Libra because of her. Yeah, I'm gonna guess Libra because of some of the weird things I know. But go ahead, you guys guess.
What you guys got?
I would say, do you have all three signs, Chase?
Do I have all three?
Yeah. Moon. Sun.
No, do I? No, I definitely know her sun and her moon.
Okay. Well, I feel like there's Sagittarius in there somewhere, and some water, maybe Cancer.
I'm gonna go with Leo, Pisces, and Libra. There you go.
I know that she is Leo. Yes, her moon is Virgo. Actually, yes, yeah, yes, Leo. She's a Leo Virgo.
Oh man, what a combo!
Woo!
Yeah,
a Leo Virgo.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one more.
Her sun is in Leo, and what's in Virgo?
Her moon. She's a Virgo moon.
Whew.
Ooh,
You know her
nice.
ascendant?
No? Aquarius. I'm gonna go with Aquarius. I believe.
Okay.
Did I say Aquarius?
I think you did.
Yeah, like it's so funny because we're like, oh, Sam, like the astrologer, and like I've got like none of them right.
We're gonna boil it down, make it a little bit easier, and I've got one more here that's maybe not so. She's a deck creator, so maybe you would know her through the feel of her deck, the feels of her deck, and that is Miss Lucy Cavendish.
I know you guys are gonna get mad at me, but I actually don't know.
I'm gonna get really mad.
So sorry. I really don't know who I know everyone's probably like in the comments like, why you don't know?
She made the Mermaid Oracle. She has made the Shadows and Lights Oracle, the Vampire Oracle, the Shapeshifter Oracle, the Wild Wizard of the Fairy Oracle.
Yeah. So hold on, let me
about 10 others.
This deck is hers, by the way.
Oh yes. Okay. Okay. Ooh.
There you
Here, I'll give you a little hit of her other ones. This is hers as well.
Oh,
So this is her mermaid oracle.
oh, I need that. I want that.
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Look at how pretty it is. So pretty.
Ooh, okay. So, and is she the actual artist, or is she?
She is not the artist.
Okay.
Selena Finesse is the artist for that one. Jasmine Beckett is the artist for others.
But it's still, but even though she's not the artist, it's still her vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
No, for
Still
sure.
her vision.
For
She
sure.
writes also, I'm going to give you some hints here. I'm going to
Okay.
give you some hints.
Okay.
She writes books she's got a book on the lost cities. She has white magic. She has the Witches and Wizards Compendium little book, which is published by Rockpool. It's lovely. She's got a couple of others, doesn't she? Like important sort of mermaid magic is another one of hers. So she does mermaid magic. And so she's Australian. She's Australian.
Yeah, like I'm just thinking like
Blonde
Pisces or
Hex, like go.
I'm
Sorry.
just thinking like no, that's okay. Like I'm just all of this watery like goodness, like Pisces or maybe even Cancer. But you know what's funny about this too is like I think about my my sun, moon, and rising, and if I were to be like, I don't know, if you were to see my artwork, there are like little hints to those things, but like my Mars is in Pisces. And that's where I feel like a lot of like my artistic stuff comes out. So it's weird because it's hard to, this is fun because this is like, I just love this, even though I'm not getting any of them right. But like, it's fun to talk about like why a certain person would be drawn to making like a certain style of a deck or putting together a certain style of a deck. Like, does it really have to do more so with their sun, moon, and rising? Because your Mars in your chart is really a lot of like what motivates you, your gas pedal, like what, like it often can show like a lot of where your career or where your hobbies or like where your passions are. And with that, like there, I mean, I don't know. See, like once you start me, it's hard to stop. But it's,
all right. Well, I don't have her ascendants or anything like that, but her birthday, and you can discern this because you almost got this one, is July 5th. Her birthday is July 5th.
So yeah,
that
so
would make her a Cancer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, Cancer.
Okay,
Okay,
we gave you a really good descriptive. We gave you a really good descriptive. Maybe that's where we've been lacking. We've been lacking in the help.
No, it's fine. And half of the ones that you like said, like I know, but I wouldn't be like the Frida Kahlo one. I was like, okay, I'm in, you know. I got one, and I pulled it up, but then I thought you guys maybe wouldn't know. But do you guys know who Marianne Williamson is?
No.
Okay, so she is a spiritual speaker, I guess. She's an author. She wrote A Course in Miracles. She was at the Unity Church by me actually for years, and when my mom and my grandma used to go there, she she spoke at the church for many years, and then she moved on to other things.
So she's sort of more Abrahamic and works with like angel energy. Is that her vibe?
She does work with angel.
I've got no chance with this one, none at all.
But at the same time, she is really she's really got spiritual law down and like the basics, and she's really good at speaking about the basics. She's been on Oprah a few times. That's no big deal.
I could not tell you. I honestly could not tell you. I don't.
I'm gonna go with
like seen her stuff.
I'm gonna go with Aries. I don't even know this woman.
Okay, it's fine. If you guys don't know, it's fine.
I'm gonna go with Aries. I'm gonna go with Aries and Leo and something earthy like Libra. No, that's it. Something earthy like Taurus.
I'm gonna go with Sagittarius.
Taurus.
See, not so easy. It's not so easy. No, you guys have no idea who this is. She's a Cancer sun, a Capricorn moon, and a Gemini ascendant. So maybe I can think of someone a little easier or better.
How about we choose someone from YouTube? I don't have the stats. I don't have the stats, but we could just hypothesize.
Yes, let's do that.
All right. I would like to throw out to the room Kellyanne Maddox.
Aquarius. 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 Aquarius.
All
Aquarius.
day aqua. All day aqua.
With some Scorpio. With some Scorpio. Aquarius, Scorpio. Maybe Cancer, but I don't know. I just see like
I'd say Cancer Scorpio. Cancer Scorpio would be my two. What about you? What about you?
I don't know. Okay, so gosh. So she's really intellectual, but she can also be kind of introverted. And I want to say Virgo somewhere in there.
I know, like everybody is now like in the comments like saying because they know who she is, and I'm like, that's cheating, you guys.
Well, does anybody know when her birthday is? Because we're guessing here. Somebody wants to tell us.
If you can't tell us, then she will be forever a Cancer Scorpio.
Right. I can,
because here at Spread the Switches, we can and will change your star sign, your sun and your ascendant. Sun, moon, and ascendant.
Hey,
if we don't like it, we will change it because we're all about change.
Yeah, you know what though? I can totally see the Virgo because, and I don't know if I know that they're saying in the comments, but I can see the Virgo, and I don't know if it's because she was talking about this, but I was watching one video about she was like being really particular about whether she should take the numbers off her videos or like the way that she had her videos organized and like the little details about it. And yeah, with that video to me had some strong Virgo energy coming through, but I don't know. There's something Aquarius in her chart. She's got like either planets or something in that house. This is fun.
She's also, okay, so she's a tarot lover, a philosopher, a grand creatrix. She's incredibly articulate. She's very intellectual. She's a vegan. She enjoys style, like she really likes to stylize herself. So she's got outward expressions of creativity, as in the aspects of wearable art. She enjoys stationery. She likes her stationery, her filofaxes. She's not a huge collector of decks. In fact, I think she said that she's not a huge collector of very much of anything. She likes chaos magic and odd things on her altar. I should message her right now and go, what's your star sign? I got nothing. She's a Cancer Scorpio. There we go.
Avalon has spoken it into existence.
It is now. Feel free to text her and tell her that her sun, moon, and rising have changed.
I was looking. I can't find it. So shall we get to card reading? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. What you rocking over there, Avalon?
Well, I've got charms. And I've also got sun and moon here.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna read you.
Hey?
And what deck are you pulling out first, Sammy?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to like keep remembering to mute and unmute my stuff. I don't know. I actually have the shadowscapes in my hand, which I've never read with somebody else.
Shuffling. Oh
I know,
my God.
I know. I tried to keep my mute on for that, and it happened. It's happening. Avalon's burning a hole through the computer screen.
My babies are crying. They're saying, I won't let them have you. You're saying, baby.
That's awesome. I have 5 different decks in front of me. I got a couple Oracle. I got a couple Tarot. I have the Shadowscapes in my hand right now, but whatever I feel drawn to is what. And watch that Tower card come out of the good Tarot for somebody.
All right, Chase.
Comes out. I might do some bone throwing just for shits and giggles.
I said, what deck are you rocking? Okay, don't be all mysterious. Unmute yourself and say what it is.
But I'm really good at dark and mysterious and brooding.
He thinks so.
Yeah, you see how far you got with that shit. We was both like, no.
Yeah, I'm not really good at that at all. I'm too loud and obnoxious. So this is the medicine card deck.
Okay, so what I am going to say is the questions need to be in all caps, please. And we're going to do our best to keep them in order. Jennifer, if you could keep a lookout and try to put them in order for us, that would be great. Look at you going all fancy and shit. Now I feel like I need to up my game, like next level and shit.
I made these during the full moon, and now I've got to try them out. So what better time to try them out
Then right now live.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, why not? Like,
So
if I
we got our first question.
I know that I need to improve, yeah?
Yeah. So Random Witch wants to know, she's got a situation, she's angry at somebody, and wants to know what she should do about it. Complicated situation, please help.
Hold up. You're skipping. You're skipping ahead. That one.
I might actually have to throw these across the floor. Like, I might have to cast this on the ground because I've got no space. Mama's got no space.
Mama's got no space. Hold on. Okay, so that one was first and then random.
Why is it that I'm no longer in charge of keeping up the questions at all whatsoever? Because I never get them in the right order ever.
Well, that's why we have the lovely Jennifer, because she is telling me who comes first, second, third. Oh man. Okay.
Ooh. Is anyone doing an oracle? Did I miss? I was very concerned about my bones. Oh, you're doing an oracle. You are. Yes. Oh, you know what? Soul sister. Soul sister. Excellent choice.
Yes, yes. Lucy Cavendish. Okay. So the first question we have is from Brandon. How can I best de-stress and be emotionally stable? So Sammy, I'm sure you've seen our live cast before. We stack read. So we'll all pull something and then just go off one another.
Okay, can you say the question one more time?
It's in the, never mind. How can I best de-stress and be emotionally stable?
I'm gonna go first because mine happened. Who was this person? What was the name?
Brandon.
Brandon, you need to have sex. Yes. It releases endorphins. It can have wonderful side effects for your body. Happy people, you know, they're either exercising or they're having sex. in which case, sex is both exercise and
it's a twofer.
It burns so many calories. Sex is amazing. And I swear to God, if I pull the rabbit card, I will laugh hysterically.
I'm gonna go with that one. But yeah, on a more serious note, it's literally about collaboration and connecting with another, you know, either in a creative sense, in a collaborative sense, in a resource sense, but really connecting. But you know, sometimes when you look at the Lovers card, it's all about
Are you saying this?
Green Man's Bride.
So this is about yeah, being with another person, going deeper, maybe literally. But yeah, so Avalon is dead on. You need to get with that person you've been eyeing for sure.
Go get some.
Is that our new tagline?
Okay, so I actually pulled two cards. I pulled the Ace of Swords and I pulled Fierce Serenity from the Sacred Creators Oracle, and it was reversed. And if you were to hold this upright, it's actually like a little geometric picture of a lion. And if you're asking about how to kind of de-stress and how to maybe relax, and I don't know if that's actually what you want. And with the Ace of Swords, I'm feeling like if we're piggybacking off of what Avalon has to say, and I do feel like that's a great answer, I feel as though there is going to be some communication that's going to help with, this is awkward. It's
Welcome to S2W, where we make
I feel like, yeah, I feel this like energy of like, this isn't like, oh, I need to tell you to go take a nap. Like, this is something that like you need to like work the energy out first, and then you'll have to relax later.
You need to slay some lions.
Yeah, right? Like that, like your lion has been sleeping for a little. Okay, that's enough. This could go, you know.
Get out there and be hunter style.
stalk your prey.
So, all right, Brandon, my dude. So here's what we got going on. So what I have for you is the raccoon. So let's talk about what the raccoon does and what the raccoon doesn't do. The raccoon never does anything alone. When you see a raccoon out in the wild and you think that he or she will be open to both, when they are out in the wild and you see them by themselves, I can almost guarantee you that they always have somebody close by. They always have a scout. The raccoon is the generous protector. It's if you see a raccoon scavenging for food, they will, and you will hardly ever see the raccoon eat the food. I'm not going to say it never happens, because it does, but you know, you'll hardly ever see the raccoon eat the food, because the raccoon takes the food back to whoever was scouting. Lets the scout eat first, and then will partake in whatever is left. So the lesson in that, you're not going to find that release alone.
All right, all right.
Go get some. That was the fun. That's a tagline. Go get some.
Go get some.
Hashtag go get some.
New hashtag, yes. Okay, so random's question was next. What should I do about the person that I am very angry at or with?
I'm going to throw some bones on this one. I feel this is a bone throwing one.
Do it.
Okay. I could start if you guys are.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I actually pulled the Hanged Man. And sometimes when we get extreme anger against somebody, or when we have these feelings of just intense, I'm going to say discomfort towards another person, the best way, the first step is to take a second and detach yourself from the situation, in my opinion. What I'm feeling, at least. I'm sensing that you've probably tried to see the other person's opinion or side. It might be difficult to do that, but ultimately we're all doing the best that we can, and we're all making the decisions that we feel are the best for us at the time. That doesn't make them right or wrong. It's just, I feel as though you're in kind of this waiting period, and you're kind of caught up on what to do and where to go. And I don't want this anger, this heaviness to make you react in a certain way that you might not like later. So I guess what I'm going to say is I kind of suggest for you to take a step back. If you haven't already, maybe this is just the energy that's coming across with what you've already done, and good, because that's going to allow you to take a second to breathe. And the best way to let go of anger or hurt or a dysfunctional relationship with someone, in my opinion, is to send them love and light. And I know that sounds so stupid. And when you're really, really angry at somebody, it's very difficult. I don't know if you meditate. I don't know if you like to get quiet, but I see you stepping back from the situation and letting all of the negativity go, knowing that the other person is doing the best that they can do in the situation that they're in, even if they're making bad choices, even if they've hurt you. And imagine them completely surrounded by love and light, and envision them happy, envision them filled with love and health and prosperity, and see this and draw a cord from them to you and cut that cord. You can always mend that cord later, but if you're feeling these intense, angry feelings of hurt, and it's good to take a break and be in a little waiting period and kind of regroup. If you want to come back later, you can come back later, but if not, yeah, I'm just feeling like there's a hang up here. The hanged man, there's a waiting period. You're not sure which way to go, and I see it best to just kind of disconnect yourself for a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna go next, because the card that came up for me is called Stolen in Her Sleep. And this card, I feel like, hear me when I say this, because I'm not saying this from an angry place, but I feel like the disconnect comes because you're in a disagreement with somebody who is ignorant to what they have done to you, if that makes sense. They don't understand how they have affected you. They are not aware, they are unconscious of it. And also with this card, I'm also getting that you really need, like, if you do choose to rebroach the subject, really make sure that you are communicating clearly, and that it's being understood in the manner in which you are explaining it. Because I just feel like whoever this is that you're in a complicated situation with does not understand, and doesn't, and sometimes that happens, like, we'll be in a disagreement with somebody and they have no effing clue why we're even upset. And I feel like this is kind of where that person's at right now. And it doesn't matter how many times you've explained it to them. At this point, right now, they're just not getting it. It's not sinking in. They don't understand. And that's where you're at with them right now. So if you choose to broach it again, after your hanged man period, I would definitely really be clear in your communication. All right, Avalon, Chase.
I'll go last because I've got bones, so I'll just go last.
Okay.
I was actually going to step out of this one because the card I drew, I don't know if it is for you, if it's for me. It feels mighty personal, so I was going to step out of it.
Okay. If that's what you feel, then I can't show you my bones right now, but I'm going to try and go quick because we've been time on this, right? So I'm guessing that your fallout was with a woman who you had a flourishing friendship with and who watched your back. There's a broken friendship now, and you're feeling literally screwed. This has affected your resource sector, your deity sector, your ability to envision beauty, and your ability to communicate also. So the medicine here is the outward expression of something, and to be very flexible. So go with an approach that is other than that which you might have tried in the past. So you need to be ultra flexible with this. You need to put your protections up, because I've got a very, very strong protection sign here. So I would be doing a standard protection, not necessarily a binding or a reversal, but a good ward, and then connect with spirit once you've done this ward, and begin to effectively communicate outward, especially from your now blocked throat chakra, and look to magnetize to yourself. Look to draw to yourself a new friendship, someone who is aligned with your values, someone who is aligned with your purpose, your authentic self, someone who is much more tribe connected, soul sibling, because at the moment that is devoid. Special emphasis on the natural observation of beauty and luxury. You need to distract yourself at this moment in time and just immerse yourself in beauty and luxury, just to try and disconnect from this angry circuit that you're running backwards and forwards. Like when we're really angry with someone, that's a solid line that just goes back and forwards, back and forward, back and forwards, right? It's like a razor, and it's really sharp, and it generally hits you in the chest or in the very center of your being. So you are being urged to take on a creative, expressive project that will be your crowning glory. Emphasis on flexibility, outward expression, and protection. Your issue with this individual is now in the past, so it's moving below. But you need to work to decluster your resource sector, your connection with spirit, your connection with deity, and the way that you perceive beauty and harmony, and looking outside of your situation rather than living in this situation at the moment, because it's very, there's even a screw, there's a literal screw that's all up in there, like very matrix heavy. That's my reading. That's my bone reading for you. Random.
Whoa, Avalon is goals, right? Jeez. All right, the next one is, I do not know who this is from. How is the month of August gonna go for me? Jennifer, do you know who that was? Tiger Abyss?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I saw it was Tiger Abyss.
I'm just going to be down here picking up my bones, and then I'm going to move to Sun and Moon Tarot for this one. That was fun. That was so fun. I could be a bone thrower, like legit.
All right, well, this card pops up for me pretty quick, so I am going to take the lead on this one. So what I have drawn is the wolf, and the wolf is the teacher. So I believe the month is going to be full of lessons for you and full of growth. And, you know, the wolf is another one of those animals that really never travels alone. So this may be getting a strong sense of bonding with a new pack, whether that be, you know, physical people, or I also see a lot of new energy floating around you. So whether, you know, that's like a metaphorical pack of, you know, you've been working with certain energies and now others are going to be coming at you. It's going to be a little bit of a renewal. You know, for a lot of people, August is the start of a new cycle. I don't know anything about you. I'm assuming that you don't have kids. You know, for parents, you know, it's a time when kids go off to school, and you know, the parents have to recycle into this new, and it is like that for everybody else too. You know, because that affects other people too. You know, schools are back in session, so you know, driving to work changes and those kinds of things. So it is going to be a month of learning and finding new energies for you. Enjoy it.
All right, this is how you shuffle a deck, folks. Just so you know.
Shade, shade, so much shade thrown.
Do you want to go, Sammy?
Yeah,
That's
I can go if you want. Yeah, no? Do you have a card? No? Yes?
You go ahead. You go ahead. I'm stewing over here. Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so my tarot bro over there was talking about getting involved with people possibly. And two cards fell out for you for the month of August. One is Acorn's Invitation, which is going to be an invitation to join others of like mind, connect. He also has wings. And so I feel like there's going to be some metamorphosis and some internal change as well. And the other card that came up for you from this deck was the Gift. And this change is going to offer growth, and you're going to change in a way that you didn't think was possible. The way that you think, the way that you believe. It's so so I don't know why this is coming into my head, but basically you're going to have to embrace the Tower of the Tarot, because your foundations are going to come crashing down, and you're going to have to restructure how you think and believe about certain things in your life. And I think it has a lot to do with the way that you deal in relationships, whether they're friendships or romantic relationships. But yeah, so that's from me. What do you got, Sammy?
Okay, I'm glad that you kind of led the way into this one for me. I actually drew the Lovers reversed. And I just wanted to get a little clearer image. I did pull another card for you. I pulled Treasure Island, and this is from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And so, yeah, I'm sensing, like, I don't know if this is like an actual breakup or a separation from something that is of big connection to you, whether this is a permanent separation or a temporary one, but this is feeling like a big shift in energy as far as like what you really felt connected with. And I feel as though this is maybe uncomfortable for you, but in the end, it's really going to open up a whole new realm of experiences and relationships, and it's going to bring some new light into your life. And the Treasure Island, I mean, is something that seems unobtainable to a lot of us, because we get out of our comfort zone, because we have to go on this journey. And this is just like so strong for me. Hold on. I'm feeling frustrated. Like, I don't know whether I'm frustrated because I am not getting a clear message, or if the message is like there's going to be some frustration here, and that might be just because of some sort of new way of energy coming in through the month, or it's an actual separation of a loved one, maybe a breakup, or something that you have felt connected on a love level with. And it's just take a deep breath, embrace the new things that come, and embrace all the new relationships and the new experiences that you're going to go on in August, because the more you fight it, the more you're just going to get stuck in that energy. So I don't know why I'm feeling frustrated, but just try and enjoy it, and try to be open to all of the things that August is going to bring. I'm excited for you, but I'm here if you need me.
Oh, you know what's really funny is that I forgot everything that you all said. Like I was listening so intently, but I wasn't absorbing as I was listening, which makes me not a very good active listener. And I was also reading the comments, but I did get wolf. I got something from Allorah, and I got some form of anxiousness there from beautiful Sammy. But I got the Queen of Swords. See, I got the Queen of Swords, and for me, the Queen of Swords is a formidable teacher, someone who is independent, who is intellectual, and who is very stern about those things, because she prides herself in being this what's the word for, like a kind of like a dignity. And that's one thing that I like. So either you assume that as an archetype to help you move through this period of time, or you gravitate towards it so that it can teach you something effective and in keeping with everything that has already been said. There's an aspect here that you either assume your values and your skill set to such a degree that you are in a guiding position, or that you gravitate towards someone who can teach you to really express your skills that you have cultivated thus far, you know, to guide, to teach, to you know, to just be awesome. On another aspect, if you are struggling with facets of topics relating to independence, then this is the time to really focus on how you can be independent, both physically and intellectually independent. And so this would come down to actual critical thinking, and the way that you have been looking at things so far. You might need to adjust your perception on certain matters so that you do take on a much more critical thinking style approach, and you know, and stand very firm in the independence of your understanding and your take on those things. So that's my Queen of Swords interpretation for today.
Cool, cool. All right, so we're moving on to the next one. That is Rebecca Pratt. She says, will I be recognized for my worth at work? Oh, damn, girl. I mean, that's on everybody's hashtag goals right there.
I don't know if I can read. I don't know. I think I might need to sit this one out. This is my mom. I don't know if I can take myself out of the equation.
I want her mum. I'll take her mum.
Okay, get it.
Mum, I got
you. You give it to her too. You tell her.
I'm not going to be sweet, but I love mums. I'm a mum. I can do mum. Yeah. Let's do this. So what was it, Rebecca? Will I be recognized for my worth at work? Oh. Not if you're going to be hyper emotional about it. No, you're not going to be recognized if you're going to be hyper emotional about it. I think that you need to use your intuition and your emotional intellect to pick the right time, to discern the right time. Now, because you're Sammy's mum, I'm going to pull a second card. Then yes, because you got the Nine of Pentacles. Then yes, you will you will get that which you are deserving of, because you have put in a tremendous amount of work towards. So this is a good harvest and appreciation of said harvest type card. But it's also about and it's about gain, yes, but it's also about understanding that which you put out, you will also receive. So expenditure of resources and things of that matter. That worth that you're seeking is far more practical than you're building it up to be. And that, you know, when you feel that validation outside of yourself, it doesn't last for very long. And you need to make sure that it's something that you can connect with on a long-term basis, because it is directly linked to the energy and the work and the you know, the input that you're putting into your job and every facet of your job at this moment in time. But don't be emotional about it. Try and read the situation well, and really look at the opportunity, and then go in there and state your claims to gain that which you really, really want to gain. Obviously, the word worth there is very powerful. So the Ace of Pentacles is your word for worth, and so that's the seed, the quintessence of earth for you. The quintessence of earth. If you can manifest, if you can manifest the right words, you know, from a very practical standpoint, not an emotional standpoint, but a very, very practical standpoint, you can start to put those wheels in motion to gain something much more worthy of who you are as a beautiful woman. So that's what I got.
Woo woo! I'm glad somebody could do that.
I'd like to note that my mom just said, so stabbing my boss in the neck is not so good.
No. No, Sammy's mum. No, it's not. Don't be emotional. Look, I'll tell you. See, look, you're going to need to meditate with a dolphin.
On the back of a dolphin. It's a thing. It's a thing.
And then you're going to need to find a wall that is shaped like a semicircle and hold some flowers in meditation. And then you're going to have to flower of life. So leave a flower of life with some vines around your table.
I freaking love it. We had this conversation yesterday about people that read the card literally. We know some readers who do that.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Is anybody else got, because I know I just said that I wasn't going to pull a card for her, but I know that she's in the, like, no, read for me. And so I just threw some anyway. So if you guys don't mind, I will kind of go. And this, I've never read for my mom before, so this is fun live. And so this is difficult because you are my mother, in the sense where I'm going to try and stay as disconnected as I can and just read what I see. But I actually pulled the Queen of Swords as well. I know that this just came up from Avalon. And it's funny because when I go through my court cards, I really like to associate them, as I think a lot of people do, with main people in my life. And actually, the person that comes up for me, no one's going to know, but it's my grandmother, my mom's mom. And my mom's mom is extremely poignant with her words and the way that she communicates. She is emotional, but she does not communicate emotionally. She knows how to get what she wants, and she knows how to communicate. And I see that in my mom. Like, my mom to me is very pentacly, but she can communicate just like the Queen of Swords. And I feel like that needs to continue, because I know where we've been at for, like, already. I know we've talked about this subject, but I feel like if you just stick with what you've been doing and putting your communications out clearly, like Avalon said, don't let your emotions get in the way. But it's about sticking with the communicating what you need to your boss and what you want from, what you're expecting from your job. And like that Judge Judy vibe, like, I'm sorry. No, was I talking to you? No, this is what I need, or I need to go elsewhere. But I also pulled another oracle card for you, Mom, and it's really hard to see, but it was in flow with money reversed, and it's this like watery color. So it's funny because you've been taking on this, like, or this energy is present of the Queen of Swords, or is needing to be more present of the Queen of Swords. We're using your words to get what you want in a very just and precise way. But there's this, you might not be using your emotions, but there's something emotionally that is blocked here that might actually need to be tapped into and then let go. Like, I'm feeling as if there's emotional bubble around it that you're not using, but that needs to be looked at and then let go. So I don't know if you can journal about it and get real sappy and then let it go so that you can move forward, like Avalon said, and use very precise communication as you have been. And I know I'm actually sensing like the patterns, like this is like, I'm getting like past life things, which is weird because you're my mom. So I'm feeling like as soon as this is a thing that is been rooted within you. This is a lesson that keeps playing itself out and playing itself out and playing itself out because something has not reached to the highest level of being learned here. So just, you know, call on the inner Diana like I know that you can. And get emotional about it, cry, let it out, and move on like Judge Judy. Okay? Love you, Mom. Somebody else.
Okay. So we are actually going to have to wrap it here. I am so sorry, everybody, that we didn't get to, but we all have other things going on. Avalon's got to get to a client reading, and, you know, Chase has to go to bed because he gets up at the butt crack of dawn. And and Sammy has to work tomorrow, so forth and so on. But anyways, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. We had a great time with you all. And yeah, we hope to see you on the next episode on the 24th, which will feature Tarot Changes Lives, William Richardson, and also Ethany Dawn. It's going to be a twofer episode, so you won't want to miss that. And I'll let Avalon and Chase and Sammy say goodbye. So Chase, if you want to say your goodbye.
Sure. Yeah. As always, I love these, and I love the readings, and I love the community, and you guys have been so beautiful, and so you've been so supportive of the project that we have here, and I promise you that all of the energy that you are giving us, and all of the time and the passion that you guys are sending our way is going to be coming back to you tenfold. We have so much good stuff coming, and so many projects coming to fruition that are going to send that passion and that love right back to you, that I can absolutely promise you. And I love you guys so very much, and I'm sending loving energy your way, and you guys go throughout this week and make some really bold changes and change some lives. I love you guys.
Oh, that's so beautiful. He talks that way about food too, folks. I just wanted to say a big thank you as well. Sorry again that I was late. For those who don't know, I never got to say my little news bit in the morning, but I know that Allorah usually fills in for me. But I am launching Bonestone and Earthflesh, my tarot deck that I'm creating with artist Anna Turian. That's being launched this week. So for Australia, it's going to be Thursday at about 11:30 in the morning, and for those in the States, it's going to be Wednesday night at about 8:30. Allorah and Chase will both be moderating that live broadcast for me. We are going to be showcasing all of these beautiful major arcana that is complete, and this is going to be a very, very big day for me. So I have been a little bit like on and off and on and off. With that said, thanks for letting me experiment with my bone castings with you, because I made them on the full moon, and I was just like, hell yeah, I like this. I actually really liked that a lot, and that made me feel very happy. Like, I just felt really happy doing it. Like I was connected with ancestor, because they throw cowrie shells. I threw a whole bunch of charms and like bones and stuff. It was awesome. It was so fun. So thank you for that. And like Chase said, we have so much beautiful, exciting stuff going on. And individually and collectively, as far as Spread This Witches goes, we've got some great episodes coming up. We're talking to some awesome people, and for those of you who always seem to sort of like miss out on having your questions answered through our little tarot readings that go for about 15-20 minutes, if you would like us at Spread This Witches to do a whole episode of just like readings, like go to our Facebook page and write, we would like a full episode of you just a card sling. And in that episode, we could actually, we could talk about the meanings of tarot cards as we're going, like, and super fast and super fun and like no lingering. It's just like bang, 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 bang. So if you're interested in having some kind of card slinging, super fire round, 8 of Wands kind of episode, then go to our Facebook page at Spread This Witches and let us know, going, hells yes, 2 very enthusiastic thumbs up, fine holiday fun for Spread This Witches card slinging. There you go. Mwah.
I am just going to start off by saying, like, yes, you guys should do that. Like, I will be in the chat, or I would love to be there, whatever. Like, that's a great idea. And I think that is, because, and especially, it's like, I am someone who, like I said, I am a Gemini sun, and I do not know how to summarize very well. So I apologize for all of the people that were missed during this, but I just want to thank you guys so much for the hospitality, like, I feel as though I don't want to ever put out there that I don't feel like I should be here, but I do have this like starstruck kind of, I'm just so grateful to you guys for wanting to have me on here and just to hang out with me and to want to talk to me and let me throw cards with you guys. Like, I'm beyond grateful, and I had a really great time. With that said, if you guys really liked me and you want to see more of me, I have 2 channels. I have a daily vlog channel that I have been daily vlogging on for over a year and a half. it is my baby. And I am really raw, and you see me like with wet hair at the end of the night, and like I'm real, and I talk to you guys, and I really love the connection that I have on that channel with people, because I feel like I just get to talk to you guys real. And then I also have a regular like kind of spiritual channel, and that's just Samantha Menzo. Oh, my vlog channel is the Sammy Vlogs. But my regular channel, I do unboxings and spiritual talk, and so you guys can come and follow me and find me there. But again, I just really enjoyed doing this, and I'm just so grateful for you guys to let me come on here. So thank you so much.
Well, it was our pleasure. And thank you for being here, and all of you that are watching, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Until next time, kids, we'll see you later. Bye.